You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Hello and welcome back to A Stark Contrast, where we discuss the differences and similarities between Marvel Comics and their MCU counterparts. And we're your hosts, Geoffrey
and Dai.
Hello, and welcome back, everybody, to another video version of the pod.
Video version of the pod, which you can find on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
If you have not yet, subscribe and do all the good things and find us there. But if you're listening to us via audio,
yes,
that's cool too.
Oh yeah.
OG.
Yeah.
But yes, welcome to A Stark Contrast, and particularly Mini Marvel number 21.
21.
Where we'll talk about the broader Marvel Universe and the MCU's hot topics.
Oh yeah.
But with emphasis on the all-new Wonder Man series that just dropped. But of course, first and foremost, because they did drop something.
Oh, we are. I called it. Yeah. Called it last year.
It always happens.
They're really ramping up the things this year, and they have a lot of things this year.
So the first one up, of course, what has everybody's been waiting for since October.
Yes.
If not before that. The Daredevil Born Again Season 2 trailer has officially finally arrived, and we got a great taste of what's to come this season. And the season itself debuts March 24th.
Your girl's back. What did you...
Jessica Jones.
When she popped up, what did you...
I was
how
just
did
like,
you react?
Hail Mary. Because it's... I mean, not that I hadn't seen the leak, of course, because again, she leaked it herself. Yeah. But to actually see her like officially making her debut or return, I mean, just felt good. I was like, all right, we're locked in. You can't leave now. Like, it's official.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, just imagine if your favorite character had been on something that wasn't officially MCU and then didn't get the chance to come back. You know, it's kind of like, oh, they're in limbo. And they were really in limbo for 8 years. Yeah. So to really see her come back and see that she's going to help Matt, who is suffering very badly in this upcoming season, you know, I mean, I just can't wait. I hope she gets a hallway scene. You know what I mean? Like, of course, it's the staple of Daredevil.
Yeah.
But like, maybe, because didn't Punisher kind of get something?
They have that... They had like the duo scene in Matt's apartment.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, in Born Again. And then I think in his series, he might have had something. Yeah, because there's like a whole jail scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's
incredible.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, can we just give some to the lady, some aura farming from the female for a minute? And so I'm excited and kind of like terrified with what's going to happen, because there's a lot of stuff happening in that trailer. Bullseye.
What is it? The vigilante? What's it called? Vigilante Force, Strike Force,
Task Force. Yeah. Yes.
Basically a battle of funny. It's just so ironic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of like what's like happening in the real world.
Oh yeah, it's so parallel.
Yeah.
You know.
It's basically the city of New York. And Fisk against Daredevil.
Yeah.
And his team. His band of brothers and sisters.
Yeah. So what did he say? His army?
His army.
Army? Yeah. And then, of course, Kingpin and that very strange masked version of Kingpin. Like, we don't know what's going on there. Yeah. And again, like Bullseye having
what side is he on now? You know?
It's kind of ambiguous in a weird, like, there's a lot of, it's obviously on purpose.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. But I have a feeling Karen's gonna go kaput.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've been wanting her.
I'm just like, and my reasoning is like both comic book, like actually she died.
Yeah.
And Born, you know, and also like, look, if Gwen Stacy had to die, ain't nobody allowed to stay alive.
So you think Karen needs to die?
I think she for the series to really push forward. I think she needs to go because, like you said, like stakes, especially if Foggy is completely a lie and he's coming back. Like, you can't.
That looked like a flashback.
Yeah,
Foggy in the teaser.
100%, because he had longer hair too.
But like you said, I think they teased it like, is Foggy
right? because in
Dead?
in the comic series, it's a faked death scenario.
Yeah, to kind of start a chain reaction of things. Yeah.
What if that ends up being true?
It's like, oh, Foggy's back.
Yeah.
But boom, Karen died.
Karen goes. And of course, this Karen's very different. So
Yeah.
it's not the same circumstance. I totally get it. But yeah, I have a feeling that something's, especially because the montage they kind of opened with where they're like dancing and then something goes like
Awry,
kaboom.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh no. And if it's just part of comic lore and comic book material lore. Like,
Yeah.
a female is going to die to motivate him. You know what I mean? So which
Yeah.
one is it? Who is it? And I'm like, it's gonna.
I mean,
be
yeah, I
Karen.
see it. It's possible. Anything
It's
could
possible.
happen.
Yeah, it could be. It could be anything.
I mean, look, they
honestly.
killed Foggy the first episode in
I
the first
know.
10 minutes.
Jesus.
So,
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, she did get a new role in the God of War series. So. Or she could be, because she was in the game.
she was in the game, yes.
Right, but
and they are
they're
slowly
yeah.
casting the TV series.
The characters, yes. So,
I mean, yeah, actually, I hope that happens.
I think so
You might
too.
as well. She's she's like an actor.
Yeah,
that
and
actually.
she's the face character
Yeah.
and the voice. Like, yeah, sure, import her over. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out
Yeah.
in a month.
It's already in March. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's basically it's February 3rd already as of this recording. So we will see sooner than later. Geez, we're ticking down. Just weeks, really, to this new season, and then hopefully we will get news about Punisher. But
That's
there's a couple of things we won't be getting very much news about because the trailers we are apparently not getting for the Super Bowl Sunday are both Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday. So what was it? What was the ballpark of like savings? It was like
I mean, yeah, it's kind
10
of like
million bucks a pop.
Yeah, it's like, if you don't want to spend.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they have the money for it, but it's also
Sure.
just like
30 seconds?
30 seconds. Yeah. It's like 7 to 10 million
Yeah.
for a 30-second spot during the
It's
Super
crazy.
Bowl.
It's a lot of money.
It is, yeah, just to secure the spot, and they have to think about like how much it costs to produce.
Yeah, exactly right. So
yeah,
but it is very surprising considering they've essentially done it every year since who knows how long
I mean-
for all the major films.
I mean,
at
maybe
least.
maybe they figured out that like if we just drop it randomly whenever,
Yeah.
that gets traction too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like they could drop it anytime.
Yeah.
Like on at the
Exactly.
Like, every time I wake up, sometimes
Yeah.
I like check Twitter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, a new trailer. Like
exactly.
that's much more like, oh, sick. All right.
Let me sit
Yeah,
down
yeah.
and wait for halftime and then the
Yeah.
viewership and then the viewership. And,
Yeah.
for the Super Bowl, it's actually better in a weird way
Yeah.
because they can sell it to other brands and stuff. And then Disney will just put it on their
Yeah.
YouTube and make the $20 million.
Well, yeah, they can put it on any of their social channels and they'll
Yeah.
get hundreds of millions of views.
And I also think that because of the success of the not teasers, they realize like, oh, we don't need to pay the money to get the reach because it was right there on
Yeah.
Twitter and
Just
YouTube.
literally
alone.
drop it at the randomest time
Yeah,
and see what happens.
Exactly. So I think they're going to do fine. I think they'll still release something.
I just want.
It just won't be Super
I think
Bowl
it's just me being greedy of like I just want to see something.
Everybody.
Yeah, I just
well,
wanna see something.
especially, because now that we have gotten the Daredevil trailer.
Yeah.
Where is the Spider-Man
Yeah,
trailer?
like something,
So-
just something. I want to see something official.
Yeah.
That's it.
For sure. Exactly. And finished because that
Yeah.
trailer was not finished.
Yeah.
It was leaking if it is indeed the trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of feels like it. But, there's a lot to talk about otherwise, especially with the topic of this episode, which is Wonder Man.
Sammy Williams.
Yeah. Simon
Auditioning
Williams.
for Wonder Man. Oh, so good.
He was so good. So, we're just going to talk about it very casually.
Yeah.
But for reference, it currently holds a 3.9 out of 5 on Letterboxd with a shining, glorious review from Iman Vellani
Oh
again.
yeah, I didn't read the whole thing, but
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's basically, she's basically like, if you like comic books, if you don't like comic books, if you like superheroes, but you like them human, like she just laid it out. And the very last note was like, no Kevins or Feiges were associated with this review. It is 100% like real in her true form.
Love
but yeah,
her.
she gave it a solid, like I think 4.5 out of 5. And see, she's honest, which I appreciate. 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb. 89% on both tomato meter and popcorn meter on Rotten Tomatoes. And as of this recording, number 3 from number 55 on the IMDb popularity list.
Wow.
So Brother's soaring up those charts, and fantastic. So yeah, we got served 8 episodes. Jeff and I were just talking about how, I personally anticipated it to be an hour. If not an hour,
yeah,
and
or
a
at least
quarter.
not even maybe 40 minutes.
Yeah, for
42.
sure. And it ended up being half an hour ish.
It was like 30. Longest one being probably the longest one was probably like 38, 40.
Yeah. And so
I could be wrong.
I went in thinking, because we had talked about it before, and he was like, "You gonna binge it?" And I was like, "Probably not. Like, I'll probably 2 episodes and then put it down the next day." No, we both did it. I was like, little did I realize, I was like, I'll go 4.
Yeah.
Got to 4, and then I was like,
oh,
let me do one more.
You get to 4 also, you're like, what? Yeah.
Exactly. And then by the time I knew it, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to bed, but I'm going to watch it in bed and watch it on the TV in the room. And then then I was like, I'll just finish it. Let me just stay up and
Pretty
finish
much.
it.
I was me too.
Yeah.
It started like most episodes. Yeah, they did have like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, they did.
So
really
I was
did.
like, well, it's only 30 minutes.
Exactly.
And I was okay.
Yeah.
I forget what I did that day, but I
Yeah.
think I was doing something because it dropped at 6.
Yeah.
So I think I was doing something.
Yeah.
And I came back home and I was like, it's 8.
Yeah.
I'll just start it because I
Yeah.
was also waiting for Sam to get to my place.
Yeah.
And she usually gets to my place like pretty late. So I was just watching. I was like, all right, cool. It was 8. I got through 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, I was like, I can't
Might
leave
as
it. I can't leave it
well.
at that.
Yeah.
I got to like 6 and 7. Nope. No, like that. I got to
Yeah.
episode 6.
Yeah.
Episode 7. And I was like, well, there's one more.
There's one. You might as well just get it over with.
It's almost 11, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Like,
yeah.
she's not here yet. I can sneak it in because it's
Yeah.
only 30, and it takes her at least 25 minutes to get to my. So
Right.
yeah,
You're all calculating. So by the time she gets here, I'll be pretty much done.
I think
anyway.
yeah. I was like, oh, this is technically 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I think I think I remember texting her. I was like,
Yeah.
When did you? What time do you? Or like, how are you? Like, you gonna leave soon? She was like, probably not for another. I was like, okay. And I was like, oh, that's when I knew I had time.
You're all cleared. Yeah, so 8 episodes. Matinee, self-tape, Pacoima, Doorman, found footage, callback, Kathy Friedman, and then Yucca Valley. Just go at it, bro. What is funny is that this is a rare occasion where the entire series gets higher ratings from episode 3 on. Like it starts out like an 8.6 or something. I think episode 2 got like an 8.4 average, but after that, it's just up. I'm gonna be 7. I'm botching it, but you get the idea. Like I personally feel like it's always all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Like there's just like, everybody's kind of divided on what's the best episode, but this series quite literally slopes up, and everyone's favorite episode is episode 8, which is the finale.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you have a favorite? Favorite anything?
Favorite? Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, I think it's just so funny, like because the Doorman episode is so left field.
Yeah.
It's a steer from like the series, but then it
100%.
brings it back at the end.
Yeah.
So, but like that episode was just the true story of the rise to fame.
Sure.
That's what I got from it.
Yeah.
It was like, this guy's just a doorman. He gets caught up in this thing.
Ding dong.
He becomes it's a true satire of
Sure.
like how Hollywood will just
Yeah.
milk you
Yeah.
and then throw you away. It's like,
Well, it's kind of like Birdman, right?
Yeah.
It was very Birdman-like with Michael Keaton and Emma Stone, where it was like, he was known for like this thing,
yeah,
and then he just fizzled out and
Yeah.
he became a joke.
yeah,
And it was interesting because I did not know what to expect from the series other than what we had seen in the trailers, and even then I was just like, I'm kind of like, this is such a departure, right?
Yes, which is great,
which is
but
fantastic.
It's still like parallel,
Yeah.
or just like a branch off, but it still feels on its own thing.
Yeah.
And it is great.
It's so good.
Yaya and Sir Ben
Sir Ben.
Kingsley are just a crazy duo.
Ben Kingsley is like, I don't even, he's a treasure.
I'm just like, there's definitely times where I was like, oh my God, this is like Ben Kingsley. Like this is an A-list legacy actor.
Iconic, historic, like innovative actor.
Yeah.
Like he is an actor.
And he's just in this Marvel series. He's played this role since 2012, 2012.
And again, which was the dialogue when this released, one of the most hated characters for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Because of the twist that they tried to play with the Mandarin
And he brought it back.
Not only did he bring it back with the series, but lest we forget, in Shang-Chi, like he was also incredible in that.
Yeah.
So he somehow stepped it up even further with this series because, yeah, to your point, they have this very interesting chemistry that's like, who expected it? And they're both so refined as actors. Like, again, so great.
Oh, I think I have a favorite episode.
Oh, you do? Which one?
It might be where they go do the live auditions at the director's house.
Oh, yeah. So I think that's a callback. Episode 6.
Callback.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. With Zalko Burek as Von Kovac.
Yeah, and
so funny.
And they're just like kind of acting and trying to find it.
Yeah.
And then that jump scare moment.
Oh yeah, when he punches the guy's head
like face through. I was like,
I know. And I thought, I mean, me and 98% of other viewers were like,
oh,
did he really do
is
that?
he just gonna? And then and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. But
that was so violent.
And so great because like that is like exactly what's going through his head. Like, and especially with the journey that we have learned about Simon from episode 1.
Yeah.
And how he is kind of irritable. He is kind of a dick.
Yeah.
He's quite selfish. But, I was talking to Andrew about this, because it's almost like they almost want you to kind of dislike him. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm so used to this personality type. I'm like, this is kind of just LA, to be honest. Like, it's an LA actor thing where he means well, but he also has his own perfections and needs and necessities to pull off this character. But yeah, it's very interesting to follow him through all this craziness, and then he gets to that point and you're just like, oh, brother lost it, oh no. And then it takes it back and it's like, oh, just kidding. But it made sense. It didn't feel out of place. Like it all came together really seamlessly. And so
what I also like about like the show, we can go episode by episode,
sure,
but at some point, but what I liked about the whole series is we know kind of how he got his powers, but not really.
Right.
Kind of, not really. I think.
Yeah.
All we know is that there was the fire.
Yes, the fire
in
triggered.
The kitchen.
And so they are certifying that he is a mutant.
Yeah.
So he's a mutant that they're introducing.
That
into
last
the
part,
series.
kind of like we can talk about the last episode.
Yeah.
But when that guy was talking, the guy from the DODC, he was talking of like what they found.
Agent Cleary.
Yeah, it is. Agent Cleary.
Aaron Moya.
What they found, like the test, the lab results back. I'm like, I totally kind of missed like what they saw. What that Simon has. So I need to refresh myself.
Sure.
Like, what did they find? But then it also people brought this up again. We can talk about when we get to the Doorman episode. So we can talk about when we get to the Doorman episode.
Sure.
But I guess we can go episode by episode to kind of talk about it.
For sure. So episode 1, for instance. So episode 1, Matinee. This is when we get the idea that why is he so invested in the Wonder Man film from the 70s? And then you don't find out until later. You just kind of think, okay, you get the idea. Oh, he's a movie buff. That's kind of cool. Which I thought he's a cinephile.
He's a working actor.
Yeah, and he's a working actor.
Definitely an actor for the art.
For the art.
And I gotta say that scene where he's an American Horror Story and he's trying to work his scene. Yeah. And he's just he's overdoing it. Yes. Trying to find like motivation between his character when really his character is just not that important.
No, he's just a side character.
And then the producer, cold hearted, is like, and I love that it's like the director, the script writer, they're trying to accommodate. Yeah. But then it's the producer that comes in and is like, he's like, yeah, thank you for your work on this.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, like that is straight producer stuff right there. Like
100%. Right down to the Ashley Greene. Like at first I was like, what are you doing in here, Twilight Girl? And then she's actually playing herself. And I was like, that one was for the Twilight fans for sure. But then he doubled down and was like, I loved you in the Twilight series. I was like, Simon has watched every genre of film known to man if he has also seen Twilight. But it is very interesting. Yeah, it's straight up LA style. Everything is LA. And all the spots LA. I was like, oh
I know.
my God.
Dude, every time like there's something where I'm familiar with the spots.
Oh my God,
like
every
like
scene.
Nobody Likes Us on Netflix with Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
And Adam Brody.
Yeah.
It takes place in LA. They're going to Echo Park. They're going to Silver. I was like, whoa, like
Yeah. Oh my God. Because like even the streets when he was driving, and I was like,
oh, when he was on Hollywood, I was like, oh my God.
I was like, okay. If he ends up at the bar that you go through the vending machine, I'm going to lose my mind. And then lo and behold, he goes through. And I was like, I don't even know what that bar is called, but I've been there. And I was
which
like,
bar? Which episode?
It's the found footage.
The found. That's right, where they're chasing and they get chased by the yes.
But they go through the hallways and then they go through the vending machine and then it's a spot. I was like, I've been to that spot. That spot is in a hotel. I don't even know what it's called, and I've been there. But it was so cool, like for an Angelino, to be like, oh, okay, we have our own, because yes, they're so centralized generally in New York.
Yes.
Even Ant-Man is in San Francisco.
Yes.
And then we finally got like an LA.
I know.
LA, like vocal fry LA, like hero is kind of cool. But yeah, so Matinee was such a great setup because yes, we were like wondering like, why is Trevor Slattery involved in this? And then we get the big little sort of kind of mostly twist that I honestly personally didn't expect, and I probably should have, that he's working with the DODC. And so he is working with Agent Cleary, and of course it makes sense because yes, he was the Mandarin. He's trying to clear his name. Yeah. And what's a better way to clear your name than immunity?
Yeah, it's a great setup. Yeah.
Yeah, so great setup. And then self-tape is when they're finally getting into it, and he's helping Simon, and he's trying to send his audition because he got...
Did it happen in that episode?
That's episode 2.
Okay.
So self-tape is episode 2. And so this is after he's heard back from the Wonder Man crew, and they want him to self-tape his next audition, and so they go around town trying to record this episode. When they go to the sides, and they go from his apartment to they go from
his apartment. They go outside his apartment.
Yeah.
Well, episode 1, I want to shout out AJ Raphael. He made an appearance. He made an appearance in that first episode. Shout out Filipinos.
Hey,
hell yeah.
Hey. It should have been me. And we also first hear about the doorman clause through him. Yeah. For the record, which I thought was interesting.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
So they go from outside his apartment.
Yeah.
To that little center where
where
that girl she has to record it only.
Yeah. It's like Fairfax. No, like the next street off of Hollywood, and I don't know what street it is.
Yeah,
Sunset?
It looks very familiar though.
Yeah, I've been to that place. There's an El Pollo Loco across the street. Anyway,
she goes to like that to that self-tape thing, and she's like, I have to read the opposite side of you.
Drove me crazy.
I know. And Simon's like glanced back, just like,
yeah. I saw a few tweets about that, and I was like, yeah.
And they go from there to I get I'm gonna botch his last name, the actor's name that they go to, right? Or was that
which actor?
The one who played
Joe Pants.
Yes.
Joe
Yes. Butcher his name. And I was like, sweet.
Who was Ben Urich in the Daredevil 2003 film. For the record, but Joey Pants.
I know. I was like, oh, this is just another celebrity cameo. I was like, all right.
Incredible. Well, that's what I loved about it, because that's when I realized, they're really committing to the Hollywood aspect, because he's not playing somebody who's an actor that is Sir Ben Kingsley, or rather Trevor Slattery's
playing himself.
He's playing himself,
like an exaggerated maybe version of himself.
Yeah,
but it's just funny. But it's also it's also very Hollywood of he also acted alongside Trevor, and he's the one that got huge, and Trevor's still a struggling actor,
which I'm sure is an everyday thing.
Which
in
just like just blows up at the end because you're like, all right, we're leaving. Never mind.
What was the movie?
It was a series.
Yeah, it was baby cab driver or something.
Yes.
So funny, and I love that because it kind of they had to build the bond because there's not necessarily a romantic interest anchoring Simon, which again also refreshing.
Yeah.
They visit it obviously with Victoria being sort of like their exes now, and she moves out like almost immediately. You don't really get
episode,
to know anything about them, but which again they beautifully kind of bring back with the interview later on in episode 7. But to kind of foster this relationship between them that is growing through sort of like a shared common enemy and also like experiences. Enemy I say is like Hollywood.
Pretty much.
They're bonding through this whole thing. And I got another text from Trevor Slattery today, for the record, which is really funny. I love them so much. So today's text at 12 o'clock sharp: in all jobs, you will have co-stars, and navigating those collaborations can be a true test of your craft. Unless, of course, you are starring in a one-man play. And then that's it. So I'm like, okay, I wonder when these are going to stop.
Just,
Yeah, and it came with audio as well, which I'm sure is the same thing. But so Trevor, you start to, like, now that even though you know his motivation, you also see that, he's actually genuinely a good person who is just trying to be an actor. But he takes it too seriously. Which is something Simon kind of also does, but for his own reasons.
I did like that contrast of Simon is like I'm about like the art. Like I need to find my motivation. I need to
scrawling.
That's not my process. And then Trevor's like, who gives a hell? Who gives a crap about the process? Just act, man. Like, just
feel it.
Just do it. And then they go to his apartment at the nice apartment penthouse. You know, where it's just loud.
Oh yes.
They can't do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, God, I can't do it. All right.
Which is also a funny spot too, because I think that spot is
that place looks very familiar.
Yeah, I've seen that spot. I've driven by that a lot.
And then what happens after that?
Well, because they eventually go back to Simon's apartment, and he's exposed to the power eruption that he had at the end of episode 1.
Yeah.
So, of course, which is more fodder for the reason why he's there at all. Because he was sent to find information on Simon, and then he got the lappy top after they did all the thing, and he took off the ring and he stole his information. And what is Agent Cleary say? He's like, there are so many tapes. Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, he's an actor. He's not like, let me put all my superhero secrets in my computer. No, he's an actor. So that was the end of episode 2. But then that brings us to Pacoima. Episode 3. We get to meet his family.
I didn't even know that was a city.
Yeah,
I never even heard of Pacoima.
Yeah. So, Simon goes to visit his family, which, their family is, what are their,
I don't
Haitian. They're Haitian. Creole Haitian?
Yes.
And so, they bring a lot of that spirit into it, which I liked also because this is the point that we finally get the background on Simon. And so
also just in terms of just like immigrant families too, it was and in terms of like being a working actor or trying to be an actor, he goes back to this family party. His mom is obviously very supportive, but his brother is like, like, how long are you gonna keep this up?
When are you getting a real job?
Yeah.
I'm like,
and I was like, damn. I mean, I've heard that. I'm not an actor or trying to be, but just working in the art industry or even the film industry as a Asian, American, it's like, are you sure you want to do that? Like, you know, like, but are you going to make real money from it? And it's like,
it's because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse, especially for Filipino. Yeah. But I mean, I was telling friends this already. I was like, yeah, if you watch that series, brother, his brother is so much like my sister. I feel like it's the older sibling, like, coming down on like, oh, that's nice. Well, I remade her kitchen. Damn, I bought my mom a gift, and he's like, yeah. I refurbished mommy's kitchen. Like, oh, this hurts. It's like already struggling. So immediately getting the tone of the family dynamic. Like, okay, so now we're putting it together. Kitchen fire, brother is there, father had great relationship, but he passed away.
Yeah.
Mummy is great. She's kind of in between, but she does love the padding of love and all these gifts from the successful sibling. And then you of course see his dynamic with the rest of the family. And the fact that they were talking smack about him in front of his face, and he was like, I can understand you all, right? I was like, oh my God, it's the same thing. I have experienced that many times in my childhood.
My family's lucky. I can't experience that because I can't understand anything.
It is, it's brutal. So, but it was I enjoyed that episode a lot. And of course, at the climax of the episode, he loses control, he stresses out, and he crashes out completely. And that's where not only is the family affected, but then Trevor is fully exposed to the fact that he has powers of some sort. And
I wonder if his family knows.
Well, I think they had to have, because there was no like resolve of he had to explain anything.
Yeah, because there was that hospital flashback, right?
Sure,
like, oh my God, he was in a fire. And the doctor's like...
But no smoking inhalation,
like,
no burns.
He's the healthiest 12-year-old that I've ever seen in my life.
Right. So I think it's kind of indicative. And of course, what do we know about mutants is that the way that the powers manifest is through puberty or moments of high stress. So if that was his moment of high stress, or that's when he hit puberty, that must have been
Sounds like he needs to go to the Xavier School of Gifted Children.
I know, right? That would be amazing. Yeah, so I think that is one thing they didn't touch upon.
Yeah.
Was the expansion of how much does his family know? Which should have been covered a little bit, but I kind of got the idea that they already knew, because that's a huge thing to just leave, like, oh, he ruined the kitchen again, but they didn't go back to it at all.
Yeah.
But if they had already experienced it, they already knew he was super powered, they might just be like, that's fine, which kind of seemed to be the case.
Oh, yes.
Because he talks to her after the fact. Yeah.
Because of the interview.
Right, exactly.
And that makes sense, yeah.
She's chipper as hell. She's like, and they talked to Eric too. And he was like, well.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So all seemed well there. And then, of course, that brings us to episode 4, Doorman. Complete departure from the first 3 episodes, because we're black and white. I was like, oh, they're going noir sort of with this, but it was... Yeah.
It's like a little flashback. Cool. It's like secondhand storytelling.
Right, which I thought was so clever. Yeah. And I did notice that the episodes have different directors. Daniel didn't do
I think the first 3 were Destin, right?
Destin, yeah. Sorry, I always call him Daniel first. Destin Daniel Cretton, yeah. And so he did the first 3. Did not do this 4th one, but then they kind of switch off for the rest of the series. But it's so great. And it was interesting, because it was like, okay, where's this going? Like, what is the purpose of this episode other than a flashback? But then again, you remember from episode 1, they mentioned the doorman clause.
Yes.
How did the doorman clause come to be, you say? Yeah. And here it is.
Honestly, a tragic story.
Yeah,
that was very tragic.
And it's all thanks to Roxanne.
I was going to say,
here we go
Roxanne
again.
mentioned.
Yeah.
People were saying.
Oh, yeah.
People were saying Cloak and Dagger mentioned.
Oh, yes, because Doorman's, the void in which Doorman manifests in his powers is the same dimension of Cloak and Dagger's.
So when he got sucked into that black goo, that's what that is?
I'm probably watching it for sure. But it's the same dark dimension that Cloak's powers are from.
Got it.
So that's why people are like, they're gonna bring Cloak and Dagger back, which is like, and the girl that played Dagger is like, I'd 100% come back, and she hasn't even been in it for like 10 years. Like that series came and went. You know, it was a very quick series, but it was for what it was. I mean, it was fine. It was like very Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., very Runaways.
So Roxanne Black Goo.
Black Goo. Yeah, I was like,
I wonder if that's like gonna have a payoff at some point.
It's gotta. And so that was the Easter egg of Easter eggs for that episode.
So Doorman, Hero.
Yeah.
He's even has. I was also looking at comic book versions of the Doorman, and I'm like, oh, they kind of took his like actual fit. You know, like the mask with like the white on it.
Yeah.
I think the funniest part about it, the whole thing is this is so funny when it comes to like having multiple IPs.
Yeah.
You have Josh Gad.
I know. J Gad singing a version of Olaf's song. I was like,
or rapping a version of. I was like, is
Disney okay?
And I was like, is Disney okay with this? And I was like, wait, they're part of Disney. I was like, what? Like,
but I mean, like the fact that they were like, he says bitches at the end. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's like, oh, now we're playing ball.
That's so funny. I think my favorite part of like when seeing that episode, it's it was like seeing some Twitter pages being like, R.I.P. Josh Gad.
Everyone leaned in. Everyone.
Like breaking news, like Josh Gad disappears on the set of Cash Grab 2. Yeah. And it's like, it's so good.
So good. And then of course J Gad himself posted Josh Gad will return in Avengers Doomsday.
It's so funny.
And then he popped up with his like, recording Frozen 4 or whatever it is.
Frozen 3, yeah.
3, and everyone's like, he lives. He's alive.
He's back.
He's back.
He's back.
Dark Force dimension.
It's so
let
good.
him go. Yeah, no, the entire thing was so great. And yeah, again, these like little nuggets of like, they went there. Like when Josh disappears, for instance, in the midst of Doorman's dimension.
Yeah.
You're just like, he's gone. He's gone. And it's funny. So he's just doesn't exist in the MCU now.
Yeah.
He just timeline is done. He's gone until
I also
further
like
notice.
I like how like satirical the episode was too.
So
like
funny.
Cash Grab 2. Like what?
Ding dong.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Ding dong. I know the way he says it. It was great. Yeah. I at first I didn't know how to feel about it because I was like, God, it's such a departure. But then I realized I'm like, okay, no, when you really do digest it and you're like, okay, this is exactly why there is a clause. This is why they don't trust superheroes. This is why Simon is having his crisis to begin with, because he knows he has powers already.
Yeah.
So it's genius all around. And then, of course, that brings us to episode 5, found footage, when they get caught and Simon gets caught using his powers in public.
In the alleyway fight.
Yeah. When he was once again dealing with Trevor and their dynamic. And Trevor has accumulated a drug and other thing tab.
And then speaking of Angelino sightings, when they were chasing that guy, or the kid on the scooter with the GoPro, and they ended up in a bar. I think I know. I don't know if they did exactly that bar, but the walkway and entrance to it, I was like, that looks very familiar.
Which one did you think it was?
I think it was it's this place called Break Room 86. I think it was in K-Town.
Maybe.
That one wasn't, like the entrance to it looked like it was like...
We got to get a list of it all.
Break Room 86 near the Line Hotel in K-Town.
Yeah. This time next week, we'll have a personal tour of all the spots you can see in Wonder Man.
But obviously that first part of the chase, definitely on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So...
Yeah.
I was like, man.
I think it's like near where the what is it? The Guitar Center, like school or college thing used to be.
Music Institute.
The Music Institute in between the Egyptian whatever. It's there. And so again, these spots are hilariously familiar. But that whole thing was hilarious. Like chasing this kid and then being like, just trust me, bro. I
already uploaded it from my GoPro. And they're such like millennials
millennials and a boomer.
Can you do it? Can you really?
I love it. He's like literally just like, tell me, can you upload the video from this device to YouTube immediately? And she's like, no, he would have to take the chip and then put it. And he was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I like how it got mixed with like, with like
a candy cartel.
Candy cartel. You're like, we're selling drugs in there? Like, no, we're selling peach rings, man.
Peach rings with, what is it?
Tamarind or mandarin or mandarin.
That's so funny. Oh my God, it was so funny, and it was just like, yeah, there's a couple of like, what did the kid try to say? It's packing day. Like he tried to make it all like dramatic. They're packing stuff, and
like the neighbor is like, I know they're selling drugs in there. Yeah. And the guy's like God damn, it's a neighbor again. No, we're selling candy. Man.
So that whole sting happens, and then they lit up the door, I think, right? The police
outside.
Crazy.
They're just like, man, what the hell is this?
I will tell you though, I could not believe they got away. The car was right. I was like, but then I was like, well, I mean, I guess that's accurate.
They got away.
Yeah.
I think him and Trevor develop a closer bond.
Yeah. Because he still hasn't. Has he gotten?
Oh, they got the callback.
They got the callback together
from his agent, and they're like, "Hey, you guys got it," and they're like, "Oh my God."
Yeah. And I loved that because it was such a payoff, but you're still like, ooh, Trevor is still playing both sides, and you're just like, I want to be happy for you, man. But at the same time, I'm like, when are you gonna turn on him for real? Because you know it's coming. Which of course brings us to callback.
Episode 6.
So this is where we start to climb a little further. And so they got the callback.
They got the callback because they had no time.
Yeah.
And then because they
had to go straight there.
Because of Simon's process, he's like, I'm tired, man. This is not part of my process.
Like, I need to sleep. I need to do this. And then Janelle Jackson, played by X Mayo, she's like, no, you gotta get to his house. He's leaving tomorrow or whatever it was. Yeah, they gotta go. Right, and then they're met with the other actors.
The other possibilities.
Yeah. It absolutely destroyed me because when Simon got paired up with the other fellow, and he started doing his scene, I was like, this sounds really familiar to me for some reason.
Oh, and it was and
it ended up being Pretty Woman. I was like,
I haven't seen Pretty Woman in a long time, so I was like, what? And then the director's like, did you just recite Pretty Woman?
I was like, this is so familiar because like, you made me feel cheap. I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, I've heard this. I was like, wait, this is Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. And again, the sort of like love letter to cinephiles are like, is so freaking fun. I love that they like really put it through everything. Like they really know their stuff with all the references, and all the way that they kind of pay homage to filmmakers and actors in that way. Yeah. But and then for him to then fumble the audition, and he was like, Simon, I'm so disappointed in you.
I expected more.
More of you.
So I did like, so that's like, that was like my favorite part of the storytelling of like he's like, oh, I'm really screwing this up. And it's like, and so like, because he's such a process method of an actor, I guess you could say. This is him like, no. And then when they have that conversation, Trevor's just like, just act. Yeah. Who cares like the motivation? Who cares about, why are you doing this of this? Just go and do it. Yeah. Goes and does it, kills it. They both get the
Barnaby.
Barnaby. Oh, Simon Williams in his dream punches a man through the face.
So solid. Well, because he was like, he started because they were essentially improvising, and then he's like,
he's getting real
I know
personal.
all about you, you freak, and and it's like it started very much tonally the dialogue that you would hear in the next
Imagine
movie.
He said, you mutant. Imagine.
Yeah, exactly. Muty scum, which is basically a slur in the comics. And so, I mean, it was right there, but you got the sensation of it. And then it drives Simon in his delirium to punch this man straight through the cranium, which is incredible.
I know. I was like,
even the practicality of that scene, I was like, oh,
it's a very like jarring moment.
It's so nuts. I was like, whoa. And it really the way that it was like, oh, just kidding. And he's just calmly sitting there, just like, processing, I was like, man, dude, Yaya again. Yaya's so solid.
He's so
good. And so the thanks to Trevor's pep talk and all that, the progression of like, okay, they take them away and then they isolate them, and then they're essentially looking like, oh, they're dismissed. And Von Kovac was like, oh, I didn't want to do this in front of everyone else. And they're both like defeated. They're like, well, all right, well, my life is ruined. And then only for Von Kovac to be like, no, you two
you
are
guys got it.
My Wonder Man and Barnaby. Yeah, incredible. And you're like, really, obviously, if you're not rooting for them by this point, what are we doing here? Yeah. So it's really a moment of like, oh my God, they got it. It's like the guy is like, oh, Christopher Nolan, and then like, oh, I'm a natural. Oh, damn it, he is a natural.
He's like, damn, he is a natural.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like all these different like nuances and like archetypes of actors. That
just people in Hollywood working in
Hollywood.
Oh,
it's so Hollywood. So if you're not familiar with Hollywood, Wonder Man is definitely a good primer.
It's like a little bit exaggerated, but for the most part, it's how maybe like those sessions on a set go.
Yeah.
How did that episode end? They got it, and then
they were immediately they were gonna go film. Like that was it. That was the end of the episode. And then the next one is Kathy Friedman. So episode 7, she's the New York Times columnist.
New York Times.
Yeah, and she's notorious
doing like profiles. Yes,
for doing profiles, including
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Nightwing, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and how something like
basically like attacked is like she's known for being a character assassin.
Yes, essentially, yes. And so
while they're filming, I don't know who told. Oh, his agent was like, oh yeah, she's gonna do a profile on you and Trevor, and he's like, oh man,
your Simon is already on point.
He's oh man, and he basically just tries to make sure he comes in a good light.
Well, because of course the first question was, oh, do you have any friends or family we can speak to? And immediately he's
said
like,
no,
because he said this in an earlier episode when they're going around town trying to do the self-tape. Simon's like, nope, no friends.
Yeah.
Family, which is explained in the episode after.
Yeah.
So XX, none of that's happening.
Yeah.
And then they mentioned, speaking of X, they talked to his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. You know what was cringy though? Also before we get to that, was like whenever Kathy was around, just observing.
Yeah.
He's trying to like talk to like try to talk to like the PA or try to talk to the set or whatever, and it's like,
can we get her a gift? Like, what would she like?
It's really expensive. You sure you want it? Yeah, like it's
$650 chocolates.
Yeah. $600, of course. And it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He's showing off.
But then Kathy is like, oh, I've already talked to 2 of your, and he's like, huh? Who? He's like, oh, your ex-girlfriend and your mom, right?
Yeah.
His mom.
Yeah. Mummy.
His mom, cool, cucumber, loved it, and he's like, oh, ex-girlfriend.
No. Victoria
prompts to meet with her.
Yes.
At a bar.
Yeah.
I don't know what bar that was.
I don't know.
Was that the Chateau? That's what they said.
I've
I don't
never
know
been
if that's
in
what
a
they said.
chateau.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. I did love that scene because she wasn't made to seem like she's just like I don't know how to say it, but she had a very strong presence.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't like a lower figure, as like some like ex-girlfriends would be made to in some movies.
Exactly. And it also filled in the gaps because again, episode 1, she's already moving out.
Just left,
you just don't know why. You're just assuming, and it's almost like they kind of made it so that it seemed like, oh, poor Simon. Oh, what must have happened? And then you actually get to meet the woman, and she's actually, she's like neutral. She's super neutral.
Yeah.
She's not good or bad, but then you get their dynamic immediately and how he's like, oh yeah, working on this multi-million-dollar movie.
I know. Oh my god, when he started yapping about like the costumes and everything, I was like, dude, shut up.
Exactly.
I was like, selfish. What the, like, she obviously does not care.
She doesn't care, and then she's just like, yeah, I got a recurring role
on Severance.
That has more than like one line. I think that's pretty cool. And she's like humbled. You could tell she's humbled and grounded, and she's like just thankful to be working. Whereas you can tell I mean, obviously he's inflated by this point. Like,
of course.
Oh, his ego's everywhere. But imagine what he must have been like when she was getting roles and he wasn't.
Yes.
Oh, the dynamic was probably, that's exactly what ruined the relationship. You already know just by that conversation.
And then also the fact that she knew about his secret.
Yeah.
And
that was so good.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he was
obviously,
like,
how could
what?
she not?
He was like, he was like, how do you know? He was like, it's like, how could you not?
Yeah.
Like, you spend every day with a person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I like that a lot.
She just wasn't, but she never pressed on. It was never her. It was never her.
Yeah.
Her thing. So it's like, no, you're fine.
That was what ultimately broke the relationship, which is like, it's sad to think about, but because you would think, oh, it's an actor thing. Like, no, it was because he was never ready to tell her himself, and she was waiting for it and never came, and she was like, all right, gotta go.
Yeah, it's like, I hope you find someone worthy enough to tell.
Right. So I appreciated her in that episode so much. She looks like somebody I know, so it was super throwing me off. I was like,
like, who is that?
But she was great. I don't know the actor's name, but she was great.
With the writer also talks with his brother. He was really scared that
he said something.
He would say something,
or
but
painted him badly.
Yeah, painted him. No, he was great.
And so it ended. Well, it climaxed because Simon finds out about Trevor.
Yes. Kathy presses Trevor about, well, you got arrested when you came in, He gets really worked up.
Yeah.
Then they go in the trailer. Yeah. He reveals
because all of it starts to align. Yes. Obviously, it's a second to last episode.
Yes.
But it all started to align because Kathy essentially tipped Simon off that Trevor was working and why it was so
it's like, why are you not in jail right now?
Right.
Did you I was like, damn, that's a real journalist right there, dude.
It felt real. It felt super real. I was like, damn.
I was like, ooh, and he's getting really really tiptoey, dicey.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, almost immediately triggered by her questions, which were valid, honestly. Yeah. But then you see it in Simon's face that he's like, yeah, why aren't you in jail? And like, yeah, why did you want to come to Pacoima with it? Yeah, why are you trying? And you realize he's putting it together, and then Trevor storms out, and then they are in his trailer, and that's when Simon finds out
he's working for the DODC.
The DODC. And it's like, you hate to see it, but it had to happen. You know, the collision had to happen.
Oh, and then it ends with, does it end with?
He walks away. He leaves the trailer. He's walking through the set.
Goes to the studio.
Kathy Friedman is on the street already, like Paramount or something. I'm not sure. It looks like Paramount.
It's probably Disney lot. Burbank could be.
Yeah. And she's walking off, and then suddenly Simon just so worked up. His ionic energy is just like pumping.
That shot is so sick. Epic. It's like the POV shot of him, like he's shaking. You see everything in the background, kind of like you're like, whoa, what are his powers? You know? I can't wait to do a character study on him because it's probably going to be one of those eye rolls for me and be like, what powers does this guy have?
You know what's funny? Some tweet went viral because it did exactly what we do. And it listed every single, and it was super visibility.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, man, what? And it's like, he's got this ionic power.
He's probably an alpha. Oh, was it Omega level threat?
I don't think he is, though.
The way that he's portrayed?
His power, he's a different classification in the comics, but we'll talk about that very, very soon, I promise.
But all I know is, just from that scene, I was like, oh, he is powerful. Yeah. And then like what happens in, obviously the last episode, which we'll get into in a bit, you're like, oh, once he is... like any other superhero, once they're in tune with their powers, it's game over for whoever.
Yeah, exactly. And because that crater and the fact that the entire set was decimated, it was gone. Yeah. It was gone. And so much so that they thought it was like a bomb terrorist. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so, if that wasn't more proof that DODC could nail him for that, I mean...
Yeah, but there is no proof of him in there.
Right. And then that brings us to episode 8, the finale with Yucca Valley. And so it was interesting because you think at was it episode 7 or 8 when the DODC is finally coming out and they're about to arrest somebody, and you think, oh, they're coming for Simon. It ends up being Trevor.
Yes.
They pick up Trevor and they take him in because he has not provided the information, and he took on the Mandarin thing again.
What is he? He's like Hollywood, Los Angeles.
His voice says Mandarin.
I was like,
so
oh my
scary.
gosh.
Yeah,
like,
he's
what a switch.
He's so good.
That was just the first.
Yeah, and his whole like video editing.
I know, it was crazy.
So crazy. Yeah. So
they still film.
They still film
because the director is known like he doesn't
Joey
miss a shoot
Pants.
day.
Yeah, Joey Pants.
They get Joey Pants to.
Who played me? I was like, oh no, and then it's Joey Pants is Barnaby.
It's Barnaby, and it's just so funny. He had to act along a green tennis ball because that happens in superhero movies.
Yeah, and like some actor, there's like he's not known or anything, but he was like, I'm not much of an actor, but this is 100% what we go through all the time, and yeah. Talking to a tennis ball.
Yeah.
And then the filling in, stand-ins.
He becomes a big star. Mm-hmm. Wonder Man's a hit.
Yes. And they were at the theater is that? The I always forget what it's called.
Oh!
Come on.
It's in Westwood.
Does it?
It's in Westwood. It's near UCLA.
Yes.
Yes. And I was like, oh, nice. So they're near Westwood. They're at that Westwood like premiere. A lot of premieres happen there.
Yeah. I think I saw a couple there.
Yeah, he's so it's big. It's a hit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, what's next?
And then
right? That's right. Like, oh, what's next for you?
Yeah. And he's in the middle of Yucca Valley in a bar talking to a dude.
Like he's like, I'm gonna do a, and I was like, oh, I was always doing research for a role because he's playing. I think it's funny. It's him. Simon Williams is a black man, obviously.
Yeah.
He's doing a biopic on a man that is clearly Caucasian.
Yeah.
That I was like,
so interesting.
Oh, but you're like any good actor. I mean, look at Scarlett Johansson.
Oh man, I'll never forget that the Ghost in the Shell days, man. Oh, brutal. I was like, yeah, Scarlett Johansson's playing a tree, and Scarlett Johansson's playing a wall, and brutal. Yeah.
So you're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Like he's studying for a role.
Sure.
He told the family, you absolutely cannot tell the studio my age. No, it's just keep it between us.
Yeah.
You know,
which is 100% valid for the record. You know.
And you're like, okay, we follow you. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, okay,
what is he doing?
What is it? And then he's like, the guy he's following, he's like, yeah, I think I can get you into my work now. Like, I think they said it was okay. I got the proper credentials. Like, cool.
I was mind blown.
Yeah, and you're like, where does he work? And you're like, oh my god,
he's DODC.
I was like, the amount of patience, and work, to stay low key.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
incredible. The fact that he was jogging with the man in mornings and he was quite literally
just gaining
shadowing,
the trust
100%, and not even like necessarily maliciously, like he was obviously working him, but he did it in such a way that it was like, it wasn't deceitful,
and he rewarded him
because
I think the reason why he's still at that job is because he has to work. Like he can't afford
he can't afford it because the wife or the daughter had a
something
treatment.
Yes, and he's like, yes, keep working to but he's like, and I'm always like hurting, like this, like physically this hurts, like this job hurts, but I have to work. But then so you find out he wants to follow this guy because he works at the DODC, and you're like, oh, he's gonna break Trevor out.
Break him out.
And so brings him in immediately. He finds Trevor, and then going back to the husband gets a phone call. He's like, you got a wire transfer to your account, like, and like what? How much? Like enough to quit that job. And you're like, what? Like, oh, okay, so we rewarded, and then you're back with Trevor, and he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, getting you out of here, or it's something crazy. Like that. You know, and then you get to see more use of Simon's powers a little bit.
And also, I just like the fact that Trevor was straight up like, you were clear.
Like you were.
I did this for you.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no, it's not good enough. You know, he wants to see him out.
Like,
it's.
I was like, wow. Now that's a superhero.
Yeah, that the bond is clear. But the powers.
He vibrates like the bars. Gets him, like, clears that. And then he's like, how are we getting out of here? He's like, Don't worry, like don't worry. And then
I love it.
It's like crackling, purple crackling on the fingers, and he just bolts out of there. He can fly. He realized he can fly.
Yeah. Incredible.
Like
incredible.
And you're like, oh, this is a great ending.
Yeah.
And we still only got a taste of Simon Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
But we know how powerful he is.
Yeah, we definitely have, and it was the momentum built with every episode until this very finale.
Yes.
And then you're just like, oh damn, okay. Yeah. So he's definitely packing a powerful punch, and yeah.
And the DODC doesn't know that. They're like, how did he get out? But like they have an idea, but they're like, well, we don't really know.
There's no proof. Where's
Agent Cleary is like,
Agent
Cleary,
dude. So how many things has Agent Cleary been in? Was he in Ms. Marvel? Like what? I lost track of where he was.
Was it Ms. Marvel?
I feel like it was Ms. Marvel. Like he's not in movies, is he? I thought he was in a Spider-Man. Maybe
he was in a Spider-Man.
He was, right?
Yes.
No Way Home.
Had to be.
Right.
maybe the first one. No.
I think so.
Because that's the DODC.
Yeah. Well, that was.
Oh, but he wasn't
introduced
yet.
yet.
We could.
Yeah,
we can
Pete Cleary, and so he has been. Yep, he has been in Spider-Man: No Way Home, and he was also in Ms. Marvel. 3 episodes of Ms. Marvel,
that's right,
and now 5 episodes of Wonder Man. So they're building the DODC up, man. They're coming.
Yeah, I gotta know their like kind of story in the comics as well.
Yeah, we can probably
because everyone on Twitter is always like mutants.
Yeah,
mutants.
Yeah, it's all cleaning crew, man. So we'll see. We'll talk about that obviously in an upcoming episode. But yeah, so that's the series, and there's no stinger, so it's not like they were trying to loop it in with anything.
Yeah, there was no post credits. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. So that was it. That's the last we've seen of them. And there was no Wonder Man and Trevor will return in Avengers Doomsday. No, we didn't get any of that.
We'll see.
So we don't know. Yeah. We don't know when they're coming back, if at all. I'm sure there's going to be something. But I think I saw something about like there is no season 2 planned, but if there's interest,
there's a story.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that was I think it was a great introduction to the character. It was, and I would love more like that.
You know short, sweet.
Short, sweet, shows
to the point, human character element.
Love it.
You know, with the sprinkle of like MCU. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, this is great.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why it's resonating with people who may not even naturally be comic book fans.
And I love that because Destin is the one that kind of got this series kind of up and going. And people are like, they're like, oh yeah, Spider-Man's a good hands.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, to be honest, I think that's why a lot of people watched it at all, because they were just like, all right, I got to get a feel for this guy. I got to know, like, is it gonna deliver on the home turfness of Spider-Man, right? And yeah, what better way to do it than with a grounded character?
Oh yeah.
And so I was just looking up the directors for the series. So episodes 1, 2 by Destin Daniel Cretton. Episode 3 by James Ponsoldt. Same with 4, and then episode 5, Tiffany Johnson, as well as episode 6. And then Stella Meggy took the reins for 7 and 8. So solid all around. Yes. Solid.
And if you're concerned that there's multiple directors for a TV show series, that is incredibly normal.
Yeah.
It is very normal.
Very true. Yeah. And I think people often try to use it. They try to weaponize it, right? Because like the final season of Jessica Jones, for instance, they really tried to go with a theme of like, let's do all female directors.
Yeah.
But they chose 8 separate female directors, and it wasn't exactly as smooth as you would hope it to be. But this series, I mean, seamless. I almost thought it was the same director. I thought it was Destin.
It could have passed. Well, yeah, because like he's an EP. He's probably one of the writers. It was great.
Yeah, super great. So. Yeah, what would you rate it out of 10?
I'm giving it like a solid 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm
good.
about
it's
an
like,
8.5.
Maybe even close to a 9 in terms of like, when it comes to like just media like this, like if there's a good story, if you make the audience care about the characters in it, like it's not all spectacle, which this show definitely was not. It was not all spectacle.
No, not at all.
There was not even a lot of it. There was maybe 2 or 3 moments of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was all mostly at the core of Simon Williams is a main character. Do you care for him?
Yep.
And then you bring in an antagonist. But sometimes the antagonist is himself.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
Battling an internal battle.
100%. Yeah.
But there's still like a human element to it. And then surrounding MCU-ness.
Putting the human in superhuman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's great. I loved it. Yeah. And to the people who said it wasn't marketed enough and it was just being buried, that is not true.
It's not true.
It was marketed literally late 2024.
Yeah.
Like the first piece of material.
San Diego.
Yeah. Like and then there's a lot of physical media of it, physical like advertisement, like the phone, like you're getting a text and voices from Trevor. The billboards in LA. They went on Instagram. They posted so much.
Oh, I know. I went to Marvel's Instagram today, for instance, just to look up like latest comic news. Right? Anything worth sharing. There was a couple of things, but all the comic stuff is on Marvel Comics now. If you went to Marvel's Instagram, not even Studios, Marvel, it's all Wonder Man, all of it, and then on top of that, Studios as well.
Yeah. So it's like, if you're not seeing it in marketing, that means your algorithm is not tailored to it for you, which means you don't go out looking for it.
Exactly right.
So like I see it. I was seeing Wonder Man stuff
everywhere.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's coming out this one. I was like, cool. That's how we always knew.
Yeah.
Like, you can listen to our episodes too. We were also being like, oh, it comes out in July. Yeah, it comes out in January.
Exactly. Because we need to.
Yeah, great show. Yeah. Great series.
Loved it. I love Yaya.
I think it's on level of just like when WandaVision came out in terms of like story. I remember people were so mad. Oh, and the thing about people like complaining about it being like dropped all at once, all 8 episodes. And I was like,
yeah, I saw a couple of those too.
And I was like, look what happened in WandaVision. It was released weekly, and everybody was
fuming.
Was like, they were like, oh my god, what's the word? They were speculating. Yeah. Every week they're like, oh, that's Mephisto.
So like,
annoying. And it's like, no, it wasn't. And then now you have this, this like thing in the background of like, oh, this might happen. Oh, this is what it really. And it's like, it's not.
Yeah. The anticipation game has changed from the olden times, if you will.
So them dropping it all at once, I'm not even mad at. That just means I had it more for me to watch.
Yeah.
I could watch it all. And it was only 30 minutes. Super easily digestible.
Yeah. I think they did a good job.
I've been a huge proponent of this. I say this all the time. Like I'm a huge fan of the 30-minute shows rather than the hour-long ones. Because one, my attention span is shot. And two, it's like not a lot of people have an hour to watch all the way thing through, but 27 minutes, 30 minutes, it's like, cool, I can knock that out like before I leave, or if I want to wait on, So it was so much fun.
Yeah, it's saying it's averaged at between 30 to 34. Yeah. Right on the nose.
So need more of it. Hopefully we can see more of it and how it all maybe connects at some point, but in terms of for what it is, its own show and its own like world within the MCU, it's great.
Yeah.
So much fun.
It's a great standalone. Like I feel content. I don't feel like, well, I want to see him with Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't feel like that at all.
I don't care.
I feel like he's really stood his ground, introduced a solid character that, to be honest, the general public is not familiar with. People like to pretend like they've known who Wonder Woman. It's like, no, you Googled it before the show dropped and now you're acting like a pro. But it's like, no, he's been around forever, but he's just never been at this height of popularity.
And this is what Marvel Studios has been known for, is making C-list characters, C to D, C to B characters, and making them relevant. Like Iron Man, like the story is Tale as Old as Time. Like no one cares about Iron Man, but now people do.
Sony was like, we don't want the entire catalog. We just want Spider-Man.
Yeah, I remember that sale. I remember that deal, and I was like, it's fine.
They thought they were worthless,
but
now look.
Yeah. Iron Man's probably Iron Man and Captain America.
Yeah, exactly.
Are probably two of the biggest characters right now.
Yeah, exactly right.
Or just in general, yeah.
So so I think he's gonna do great, and depending on whenever he shows up again, which could be Secret Wars or maybe not. I don't know. But either way, I think they've treated it well, and hopefully we get to see him again in some capacity. Yeah. And I think it'll happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the series. If you haven't watched it yet, be sure to stream it on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah,
it's great. Support the cast at least if you don't believe in the Disney way. But Yaya, fantastic. Sir Ben Kingsley, fantastic. Oh, that man is. I can't get over how good he is.
So good.
He's just incredible. But yeah, so 8 episodes now streaming, and we'll see what happens next with Wonder Man. But next up on this show, now that we've seen essentially 4.5 hours of what is Wonder Man.
Yes.
Join us for our next character study, which of course we will discuss all things Wonder Man.
Oh yeah,
himself.
Wonder Man.
We will get into the nitty gritty, and we will explore the powers and all the good stuff and his connection to Wanda, which is speculating like, is he going to show up in Vision Quest?
Love her.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll talk about it and expand on it. So yeah, join us in a couple of weeks for that. And that is the end of the show. Woo! And as always, thanks for listening or watching. And a special thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. And a We Are Groot salute to Robin, Melanie, Chris, Andrea, Joe, Liz, Sherry, Ashley, Laura, Jenny, Katie, Tyler, Nats, Ed, and Andrew. Follow us on social, STRKCNTRST. You can also unlock an ad-free version of this audio podcast by supporting us on Patreon. And if you like what you hear, please review, rate, and subscribe.
Once again, thanks for listening and watching. We will catch y'all in the next one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Not too many people remember that old gem, including me. How was I?
Stole the episode. And I should know, I'm also an actor.